They absorb water and minerals or vice versa. They serve as anchors to hold it in place. They give support. I wanted to say stem, but if you said leaves, I'll take that too. They give support. Actually, they support the stem, and that supports the leaves. And then they act as storage areas, organs for food and nutrients, or vice versa. See, nutrients can be calcium, which is not food. So minerals are also stored in there. All right. Number 7, zone of
Maturation.
Number 8, zone of elongation. 9, zone of
Division.
subdivision. Did I say mitosis? It's also called zone of mitosis, which is subdivision. And the last one is the root cap. So that's good. All right, here we go. Number 11 was the epidermis. Number 12 was the cortex. 13 is endodermis. That red line going around 14 is the Casparian strip.
All right, I
Blue
spelled it
inner
right.
circle is the pericycle. And that first little yellow circle, that is phloem. And that big star-looking thing, that is xylem. And that thing coming off, root hair. Okay, you did good. And these same words, I do believe, did the one on the last page, that there's no root hair on that one. Now, if you look at this one, you're going to see that the hormone is known as auxin. And it accumulates on the lower cell.
All right.
So growth is inhibited on the lower cell. As a result, it slows the growth on the lower surface and it curves down. It's lower.
I got 3 out of the 5.
What's the other name for that?
Still,
How do you spell it?
S-T-E-L-E.
It's not S-T-E-E. It's just
S-T-E-L-E.
S-T-E. Still. Very good. And you said that was the dicot. So the other one I showed you was the circulars. Okay. What is found there? Xylem and phloem. Order doesn't matter. Those are the 2 things, xylem and phloem. What was that one? That's the phloem. And that one? Xylem. Which of those were the symplastic? A is. Now, what's the right spelling for the other one?
B.
Apoplastic.
B.
Apoplastic. And the other 2, I just put them together. I was thinking of hallelujah right here for some reason. I don't know why, I just thought, that was good to me. Just leave the H off and go with it. As you now know, that is, now all monocots don't look like this, but they all have circling affairs. They all may be further out, but they all have a circling affair. And all dicots have that star-looking thing. So, and that's just one of thousands, but they all have a circle arrangement. And on this one right here, this is your pith.
I missed one.
And that's your xylem, and that's your phloem.
So far, one.
And there's your pericycle. And there is the endo, which I don't see the Caspian strip, is there somewhere. That's the cortex. That's the epidermis, and these things are. I could have done that one later, and probably done it all right with it. Well, that root right there, primary, secondary. That's secondary. That's later on in life.
Miss that.
But where's it coming from? The pericycle is making it.
Now I missed 2.
Pericycle is making it. The cambium makes something, but what's he making? So he's making something, but he's not making that root. He's making the vascular tissue. I've seen some, but in a real young root that's just starting out, they call it procambium. And later on, when it's really cooking, they call it cambium. What's pro mean? Before. Beginning, before, yeah. So, I mean, I don't get bent out of shape when I say pro this, pro that. I don't know its early version of what's going to be. All right, that's a flying buttress.
All right.
It's like all of us standing around holding a flagpole up.
So which is it? A?
B.
Is it A or B?
A.
B.
All them arms on B. See these arms pushing up, holding him up. These arms are pushing him up.
But I thought you said A was the one that was inspired by it.
Right.
Both of these are inspired by root systems. But this root system inspired this one. The one with the lady in it, with all that big old tall roots coming out, that inspired the other.
Those aren't attached. Like
They're not, yeah, they're solid.
You can grab a
They don't come like
And I
this. See,
want to put
these are both buttresses. That's a flying because he's kind of propped over into it. This is a solid buttress. And this system here is holding that stem up. And that is this way. If they come right out and stay solid all the way to the ground, like a washing machine agitator, that would be the other one. That would be a plain buttress. But when you look at builders that build houses and they put that B2 up to hold the wall up, that's a flying buttress. Once they get the house put together, then knock the things off. Then the house. But you put one wall up there, you got buttresses. And it's a buttress, but that one really is called a flying buttress. But that's, I thought y'all would see these things are coming over at an angle to it, like these are coming over at an angle to it. So the answer is yeah. All right, well, here we go. This is not too bad. 34 was the
Epidermis.
35 was the
Cortex.
36 was the
Endodermis.
endodermis. Inside that, there's the
Caspian strip.
And inside that, there's
The
the
pericycle.
pericycle.
And then.
Now, the 39 is the phloem,
From
the 40 is the xylem,
xylem.
and the 41 is the
Steel.
pith. Now,
It's a star.
pith.
It look like a star.
No, there's no star there.
Uh-uh.
No, that's a monocot. Now,
I don't agree.
if I had taken an arrow,
It looked like this.
if I put an arrow like, if I put it right there, this, which is under the pericycle, would be the cambium. I didn't do cambium.
So that's 5 of us now.
It does have a star.
It look like a star.
That's a circle. That's like a
If
mill.
you look, you can look at it from here. It look like a star.
I'm looking at the same thing you're looking at. You know,
We're gonna get out this and check it out. It look like
it ain't gotta be round.
It
But
look like this.
look, okay, do you see the xylem flow in the center of this or on the edges?
On the
Yeah.
edges.
To be a star, where they gotta be?
On the edges.
In the center.
The center, yeah.
To be a star, they got to be
Well, the xylem has to be in the center, right?
true. And it's not. If I go back to the picture I showed you, now that's of course, that's the same thing. There you go. See that star-looking thing right there?
I'm depressed.
Which is in the center. Now in this picture,
And that's
of
what I
course,
was looking
this
at.
stuff right here, that is the
The
cambium.
yellow stuff here.
And then this stuff here
There's a
is xylem. This cambium is making both of these things. And then this circling affair is the endodermis. And did I see a line right there maybe? Well, they say, I know one thing, I gotta stop that parent strip line in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I gotta stop it. So I try to stop in the middle, but I don't really see a red line as good as I do. In my real picture, that line is beautiful. It stands out like I couldn't imagine. I couldn't have drawn better than that. I took some pictures through a real scope in there, and my little they're better than this one, but I was amazed at it. I went online and bought me more stuff for my little scope. And right now, that scope would cost $135. When I bought it, it was only $85 for a teacher. But I bought new lenses to screw into it so I have a higher magnification. This mag right here, I had the lens, I had the 4.
Oh, yeah.
So the top was 5, and that is 4. So what's your total mag?
20.
It's 20 times. And the picture is small, and I use my Photoshop to blow it bigger. It's not that big when I'm looking through it. But if I get a nice clear pic, then I can make it bigger and not make it. See, it's still over here kind of blurred. It's a little sharper there. But it doesn't defeat the purpose of the picture. All right. And I'll have these checked for you.